And welcome back to the Doghouse, the official channel of the DOGFATHER'S toys. Today, we're not going to talk about toys, let's talk about a movie icon. On December 15th of 1978, the world was introduced to the in color, better special effect, and the movie that was titled You'll Believe a Man Can Fly. And of course we are talking about Superman. And this week it was released on 4K with all the sounds and better picture quality than the Blu-ray. So let's look at it and see what we got, or we should see what was in the box. But before we go any further, I gotta go through the usual details. For you first-time subscribers, hit the subscribe button. Hit it now. That way when you get to the end you forget. And if you're already subscribed to my channel, I'd appreciate it so much. Give me a thumbs up, leave a comment, hit the share button on YouTube, and put it on your Facebook, Instagram, whatever page you want to share it to. Also, come to the channel. I do YouTube shorts. My dear friend that's sitting behind my neck right now got quite a lot just pretending he was a godfather. So, with that said, let's get on with the video. As you can see, this is the collector's box. It says 4K. It comes with both 4K and Blu-ray and digital. And you got a picture of Christopher Reeves in the Fortress of Solitude with a big S over his head above him. On the back side you see what all you're getting. It covers Superman 1 through 4. And I know you're probably saying, well, I see 5 movies. I'll get to that when we get to part 2. The first one, Superman the movie. And then there ain't gonna be no, I'm gonna talk about them. They've been out forever, so I don't think it's a spoiler. On the back you'll see it's got some special features. The making of Superman, the trailer. And there's him in Superman and Lois Lane. Okay, the second one, Superman 2. You see him flying into action there. Same thing, 4K Ultra HD. And there's a picture of him at the end of the movie after he defeats his 3 bad guys from Krypton, his home planet. And this one he just takes on Lex Luthor. Now, this is the confusing part. Okay, let me see if I can. Okay. Superman 3. There's Superman 2, the Richard Donner cut. This is Richard Donner directed the first Superman movie, but him and Warner Brothers had a falling out and he was let go. halfway through him, because they filmed Superman 1 and 2 together to save money on props, but halfway through they fired him and got, who did they get? Let's see. That's right, folks. I'm half blind, so I've got. Richard Lester. I think they've had all the footage that Richard Donner done. Some of it was used in the original theatrical cut, but he added some. Richard the director of the theatrical cut, used some of his own, and some of it was good, some of it was not so good. But the Richard Donner cuts were put in a vault, and years later, I do believe Christopher Reeve passed away before this came out. They put together what they call the Richard Donner cut, and it's a totally almost some of it's the same, some of it's different. Which one's better? I like both, because I grew up with the original Superman 2 movie, and then this one came out and it just like filled in some of the spots that were left open. And then there's the back saying that they got, and for this time, these two movies had an all-star cast, basically. You had Marlon Brando as Superman's father, Jor-El, Gene Hackman, Lex Luthor, Ned Beatty. I know that name. You probably seen him in movies, but he's more known for the movie Deliverance, and that's all I will say about that one. I like to keep my thing somewhat PG. Now, the two unknowns were basically Christopher Reeves and Margot Kidder. Because Christopher Reeves was only known for little bitty roles in movies, and I think he did a soap opera. And the one little fact I read, that he trained with the guy that David Prowse, that had muscle, and David Prowse was Darth Vader in the original Star Wars trilogy. And that's one thing about the Donner cut, you get more Marlon Brando, because apparently he wanted too much money. He got a lot of money for Superman 1, what little he was in it. And his estate agreed to use what footage they had of Marlon Brando, and they restored Marlon Brando. Because in Superman 2, when he goes to his fortress, he talks to his mother, but in the Donner cut, he talks to his father. So, in the Donner cut, they kick Mama out, and he talks to Daddy. Then now we got Superman 3. It was a decent movie. You know, had Richard Pryor. He wasn't the bad guy, but you had Robert Vaughn as basically the bad guy. He wanted to take over the world, and like Lex. And, well, the one Superman movie nobody misses watching, Superman 4, The Quest for Peace. I'm not even going into details that much about this one, because Gene Hackman came back. I guess he needed a paycheck. The movie is not that good. Superman has to fight a nuclear man made from his DNA, Superman's DNA, and Lex Luthor's. So that's all I'll say about that. But all in all, I haven't watched them all yet. I haven't watched none of them, but maybe a few minutes of Superman 2. Well, as my baby granddaughter, that she kind of was pitching a fit, but she quit screaming when we was watching Superman. So I do ask you guys, if you want, check it out if you're a Superman fan. And thank you for all your help and support. And like I said, please subscribe. That means a lot. And until next time, have a good night, good day, whatever time you watch this. And see you in the next one. Bye-bye.